Hello, this is Dr. Fred Garcia, speaking once again for Quantum Healing Medical Centers. And today is my first time that I've delved into the geopolitical realm. And the reason I'm doing this is because I think that we are at a very, very perilous state nationally and internationally. And I do see obvious choices and that we must take, and we are at a pivotal time in our of this current time of change, in that we have a presidential election coming up, and we also have a vacancy on the Supreme Court. These are huge opportunities, and I totally agree with Bernie Sanders and his one payer system, Medicare, and I totally agree with his critique of the private insurance company. They bring nothing to the table. They're just a bureaucracy that sucks money. They do nothing for the doctor, the patient, or the hospital. So a private payer Medicare system is the way to go. Now, Bernie, I've written you a letter, and in the letter I asked you to go to my other videos on quantum healing. Quantum healing is science-based, results-driven medicine. And I hope to bring that along with your single payer, and we will immediately see a reduction in the cost of care. Because quantum healing is teaching the people how to do smart things to heal themselves, and therefore prevent disease, as well as the most natural way to self-heal. That's all in my videos, and it goes through the physical, the emotional, and the mental healing part. Now, that's one thing I want to bring to Bernie Sanders, and I totally believe him because he's like me, a man of the 60s, and we got things done. We saw an amazing amalgamation of our society, mostly young people, that banded together, and we saw the injustices in our society, and we got them changed. The 60s, Bernie and me, and many others. We got our black brothers and sisters the right to vote. We also stopped the war in Vietnam, otherwise it'd still be going. And also we got decent wages for the fruit pickers, and that was through Cesar Chavez. And actually, I have picked lemons myself in the fields of Ventura County, Sataquoy, and so forth. So I have a personalized view of that area. Okay, so we're going to bring quantum healing along with a single payer system to Bernie Sanders, and I hope to help with that. Now, the other thing that I'm going to help in his campaign is I am going to bring together the Latino vote, because the other party, the Red Party, they have two immigrants, Cruz and Rubio. These guys, they're immigrants, and they bash immigrants. They're for building a wall, separating the children from the parents. Separating children from parents. This is a crime against humanity. Not only is it a crime against humanity, but it is unconstitutional. Okay, Obama, you fancy yourself as a constitutional lawyer. American children born in the United States, they have, as an American citizen, the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And by separating a child from his parents, especially before 7 years old, you are changing his life trajectory in many negative ways. So, Obama, I want an executive order to stop the separation of American-born children from their parents. That is a constitutional, that's an easy constitutional question, and take it to the Supreme Court, because that's unconstitutional to do that to American citizens. Okay, now those are the two. I will, as far as Cruz and Rubio, these guys got in through the back door, Cubans. This is so political and so disgusting. The Red Party allow the Cubans to come in, so they go to South Florida, and Florida is a pivotal state in the elections, and that's how George Bush won. Okay, so it's a backdoor policy. It's the dry foot policy, and so they're not real immigrants. They got a pass. They're not like my mother had to come across the Sonora Desert. You know, that's an immigrant. And I'm so glad the Pope came out and mentioned what the true meaning of Christianity is. At the very basis of Christianity, Jesus talks about helping our fellows that are downtrodden, and especially the children. And so, that's Christian. So how can we call ourselves a Christian nation when we are separating families unconstitutionally, and also these children are coming from Central America with their little teddy bears on the border, and we're sending them back to who knows what. I mean, where's your heart, America? Anyway, this is the plan. I hope to amalgamate all of the Latinos, and also our African American brothers and sisters, because they are also being diminished by our top heavy society. 1%. What's trickling down is the piss from the 1%, and that's what we're getting. We're doing all the work, and they're getting all the money, and the system has been skewed, and it's skewed in the wrong direction, and it has to be. And so Bernie Sanders talks about a revolution. Well, he comes from the 60s too, and so we're going to do it with knowledge. Knowledge will change this world, and so we are facing some very important times. We have a crisis nationally and internationally. Here is, to me, see, we are drowning in technology, starving for wisdom, even common sense. But we are prevented from doing the right thing because of the money interest. And everybody's protecting their turf. And as far as our services, okay, we think we're safe, and we have epidemics in this world, and the CDC dropped the ball. I'm sorry. I have a bacteriology degree from UCLA, and I was also a bacteriologist for the Food and Drug Administration. The CDC, West Africa was getting 1,000 new Ebola cases a week and handling it. We got one Ebola case, and it was like a circus. Rule one when you have an infected person, and I know what I'm talking about, I'm a bacteriologist, is you keep the infected person away from people that are not infected. They brought the infected Ebola patient, reunited him with his family, and they all hung out in an apartment for 4 days using the same sofa and toilet. That isn't even a semblance of knowledge about communicable disease. So America, every time a spotlight hits one of the services, it turns out not to be so hot. The Secret Service, okay, that's one example. The VA can be solved overnight, but the answer is always throw more money at it. Well, the VA, I did part of my training in the VA, and the VA is a sloppy, disorganized, and the doctors there put in minimal time. The way to solve the VA problem and the backlog of patients is get the doctors to put in a full day's work. Obama, start to get time cards of doctors. Doctors in the VA take it as a holiday. Okay, I was in Letterman Hospital during the Vietnam War, so the Army medicine at that time was actually very good. Okay, so I do know my way around the medical field, and I'm offering my expertise to Bernie Sanders, and so that, along with bringing the Latinos. Now, number one, we have to do. Remember this, Latinos and my black brothers and sisters, register to vote. Register to vote. Because if you do, then we have power and we can change the whole system. We have a champion in Bernie Sanders. Bernie, he's my guy. Why? Because he don't lie. Bernie is, he can't be bought, neither can I. And so together, if he allows me, I will help him to amalgamate a science results-based medicine along with single payer. And it'll save a lot of money. And then I will help him in other areas of medicine, the VA, etc. How are we doing?
Go on.
So, okay, y ahora, how much time I got?
10 minutes.
Huh?
10 minutes.
Okay, ahora en español. Latinos, es muy importante que me oigan, porque con estas elecciones vamos a tener poder para cambiar el ley. Una cosa que es muy importante y es que los niños nacidos en este país son americanos y por esa razón tiene el derecho a vivir libertad y el camino a tener buen vida. ¿Ok? Y eso es en la Constitución. Y vida, libertad y el camino para una vida feliz. Ok, cuando separan los parientes de los niños, especialmente antes de 7 años, es muy destructivo al niño. Y por esa razón yo estoy aprobando, mandé una letter a President Obama. Ahora él puede hacer como siendo presidente, ve que la Constitución no está sirviendo para los niños que están ciudadanos de aquí, de los Estados Unidos. Ok, lo primero, y no cree que todos los otros. El Hillary Clinton, ella quiere seguir con los leyes de Obama. Y él fue muy bueno con la economía. Pero con los latinos, él prometió que iba a resolver ese problema de inmigración. Y no ha sido nada. Él fue el presidente más que mandado todos los pobres a regresar a su... se llama en inglés deporter in chief, jefe de deportaciones. Y Hillary Clinton va a seguir en sus pesos. Ok, so Hillary no, Bernie Sanders sí. Bernie Sanders, vamos a juntar nosotros y yo quiero para los latinos no separar los niños que están nacidos aquí inmediatamente y de sus parientes. Y último, queremos darle una carretera a citizenship, ¿ok? Y una licencia para manejar. Okay, todo eso es posible. Y la primera cosa que tienes que hacer es registrar a votar. Registrar a votar. Todos sus amigos, amigas que son ciudadanos registran para votar. Y yo voy a hacer todo el trabajo. Y ayer el candidato que más va a ayudarnos, porque me da mucho lástima ser los niños separados de sus parientes. Y ese es un crimen contra la humanidad. Y quiero que Obama inmediatamente no deja eso pasar más. Ok, y puede hacerlo, tiene el poder de hacerlo. O sea, es executive order about práctica que no es constitucional. Ok, ok. El problema ahora en este país es que los que tienen dinero compran las elecciones y siempre, y por esa razón tienen poder. Pero nosotros, si juntamos latinos y también los, africanos, negros, juntos podemos cambiar la ley, porque los dos somos, tenemos problemas. Nosotros con la inmigración problema, ellos con la policía y cómo se han tratado en las cortes. Lo más importante es registrar a votar, registrate to vote. Latinos, Cruz, Rubio, no, son coyotes, son Tío José's. Uncle Cruz and Rubio are Uncle José's. And then, getting back, thank you. Is that it?